Morning everyone, hope you enjoyed the live stream yesterday. I'll link it at the top of this video and at the end so that you can go and check it out. I cover all the instruments including natural gas, which I'm going to talk about today. But I did cover things like the dollar, which I'm now short on, and stocks, which I'm now long on. We've got some problems here at these apexes or apices. But we did talk about things like the dollar, and I explained that I'm short on the dollar now. That's moving down this morning according to plan. And then also long on the indices, Nasdaq and the S&P, into those blobs now, and we're waiting to see if those can get through. I've gone through this in quite some detail in the video. I've gone long on the German 30 this morning, and all the names that we're long on are looking pretty good. Now, Bitcoin, I'm still mostly hedged, but I have tiny longs from close to 60,000, and we're at 70 now. That's something at least, but I got most of my positions much higher up, and they're fully hedged. So I'm long from average about 90,000, but my hedges all start from 90,000, 87 down to 85. Those are all in profit, but the long side needs to be released. Now, I don't know what's going to happen next. We're struggling at this resistance. We've got two major ledges to get through. The one that we're approaching right now at the 4-hour block here and the 50-period moving average on the 4-hour chart, and then the other one up here. It's best seen on the day chart, and these are the two obvious and clear levels that we've got to get through. The top of the bear flag and the top of potential bull flag, which might actually flop down. Looking a bit floppy today, back to the 4-hour. And you can see just really struggling with that resistance. After a little breakout through the top, which may have trapped those bulls, with the last throw of the dice trying to rescue their ailing accounts. Hopefully not. Hopefully no one fell for that little trap. It may move up from here, I don't know, but I'm mostly still hedged with some longs right near the bottom. Now, gold and silver, I'm still long on gold, silver, and copper. I explained all of this in last night's live stream too. But I don't think these are looking particularly strong. And these moves up, and I explained it in the video, that one and that one, for example, on silver, both look bear flaggish. That bear flag failed to the downside. We're making another one now, same on gold. So these could all collapse further down, but gold's doing a bit better. Now, I wanted to talk to you about natural gas. Now, we did roll over into a lower price over the weekend, and I've still got my red arrow. Now, I'm not going to go through this in a lot of detail. I just want to sort of let you know what's happened since my last update in the live stream. We've moved down to this level now at about 3.18. I think we may have to retest the bottom. This red arrow I've had in here since the beginning of the month, and it's still kind of my plan. So I think we could get down to about 2.8, somewhere around there. There are some clues on the day chart which might help us, some levels further down into this order block. And we talked about these three swing lows about a month ago, and we're still back there now. So there's a little gap to the left-hand side here between 313 and the bottom of that gap. We talked about this in the live stream as well, just around about $3 at the bottom of the gap there. So that probably needs to be tested. We're heading down towards that level now. First of all, the black line, then $3. And I think if we get to $3, we may have to retest the swing low at about 289 to clear out the volume at $3. And there's one below there further down at about 276. And then right down here at the bottom at 271. I don't think we're going to go as low as that, but I expect we could. But I'm looking at these particular lows with the most interest, so those two swing lows there. That red arrow is the one I had drawn in from the beginning of the month, and it's still what I think. I'm not sure where the bottom will be, and as you can see, the bottom could be over there, or even further down. I don't know, but we're going to try and buy at those lower levels. Now, considering that I'm hedged, I'll try and exit the short side, take profit on the short side of the hedge, and then get long. Now, I've messed up my arrow now. Take profit on the short side of the hedge, further down. And then because this is a small position still, only 10%. So I've got loads of space to add to build a position. But I'm not willing to do that just yet. So we need to wait for this to drop down a bit. And now we'll have three gaps above us. Once we've done that, if we do fill that lower gap around $3 and just below, test those lows. We've now got three gaps above us. We've got a contract gap over here. We've got a large weekend rollover gap here between $4.25 and $3.75, the good old 375 level, which we're still approaching right now. If you've been trading with me for about 2 years, you'll remember the 375 level is incredibly key, and we always return to it, and we're there now again, just butting up into it. And it's also where the 200-period moving average is on the 4-hour chart, and the 100 and the 50 just above us. So that's kind of my plan. We've got three gaps to fill: a contract gap, doesn't need to be filled; a very large weekend gap, and now we have another weekend gap just above us, which is also pretty large actually, from 321, and we fell down from 339, so about a 20-cent gap. Loads of gaps above us, and one tiny one which is not completely filled below us, and then $3 and slightly below at those three swing lows that I pointed out to you on the day chart, and those vary between Let's have a look. Precisely 288 and 278. And then if we have to get down to 271, we might have to do that too. But I think probably into this order block in and around $3. As I think $3 is more or less the floor for natural gas. We range trading between $3, slightly below, and $5 and slightly above. And I think this is the new range for this year. Hope you enjoy that, folks. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.
Top G, FOMO in the chat.
May no YOLO.
Run it back. Char's on fire, phone in my fist. Green line climbing, can't resist. Heard one rumor, now I'm sold. Last chance, brother, get that gold.
Screens all glowing, eyes don't blink. You chase candles, I sip my drink. You buy tops, I buy the dip. You ride hype, I ride the script.
You say this one never falls.
I see bubbles in those walls.
You shout moon, I hum